Hi everyone, how are you doing? Hi Ajoke, can you hear me? Okay, thank you so much. Hi, welcome Ajoke. Yeah, welcome Faith. So welcome everyone to today's section and congratulations to everyone that is currently here in class today that have made it up to section 7, which we have just week 7, section 1. So we have just one more week to go and 3 sections to go. So today's section, if you notice, I've dropped your final projects on Slack. So please, I want everyone to go to Slack channel for this program. Please go and look at your specific career path you chose, the final projects descriptions and details, and come back to the channel. Please look at it properly because I want you to ask every question that you need clarity to do your final project, because I won't be answering any questions in Slack regarding your final project. So please go to Slack, check the details of your own specific career path that you chose. And if you have any questions, bring them to class. That is one of the essence of this class today. So I would be answering every question. I won't be available this week to answer any private questions regarding your assessments. So please, can you do that? And while you're doing that, as usual, I would take questions. If you have any questions regarding your previous assessments or any questions before we start the class. Welcome, Roots. Roots, welcome. You know why I'm saying welcome? Because you said the last time I said a special welcome to I said a special welcome to Adako. So today I'm saying a special welcome to everyone here. And funny enough, I always say a special welcome to all of you that come early. So today the special welcome is even extreme for Roots. Welcome, Woods. How was your weekend? And welcome, everyone. So please do that quickly, okay? You can if you've not done that already, you can go to Slack channel, go through the details of your own, the final project that is applicable to you, that you chose. And if you feel you have any questions, come back to it and we're going to discuss it, okay? I'm not putting you on the spot. I'm not, my love. Okay, so today's class we're week 7, section 1, and for this class, for this section, have you two started? The class have not even started. Ajoke and Ruth will always fight over I don't even know. So the section for today, I will be giving you detailed information regarding your final projects that you need clarity on. That is why I said go and check if you have any questions regarding your final project. And also, I'll be introducing you to GitHub. GitHub is where you're going to be publishing your project. And the reason why I will introduce you to GitHub is because if you're applying for a job, recruiters don't believe when you say in your CV, I have done this, I have done that, I have done X. and I've done Y, I've done Z. They want to see that you've actually done it. So GitHub is a platform that's help not just developers, that people use to store their projects, their codes, collaborate together on projects as well. And it is free. You don't need it for anything. Okay. Ajoke, if you've seen your final question, just keep them, okay? Just write it down, keep it somewhere, okay? So I will come to that. Everyone, if you've gotten the question for your final project, please keep them handy, write them so you don't forget them. If it's 1, if it's 2, if it's 20, that is the reason for this class today. So I would answer them, but not now, okay? So moving forward, the essence of the objective of today is to understand your final project. Is to understand your final project, understand the delivery, what I expect of you. There you learn the fundamentals of GitHub, which is where you'll be publishing your final project, and upload projects to GitHub. I will show you all of that. The like the features of GitHub, where to click, what is necessary. Okay. So recap. So throughout this bootcamp, you've learned on few core AWS services that is being used by a lot of organizations. Core AWS services like EC2, Lambda, RDS, Bedrock, IAM, databases like S3, storage like S3, databases like RDS, and few more that I can't remember. Okay. So now, why are we doing a final project? The goal is not just to do a final project for the bootcamp. Okay. The goal of this final project is to demonstrate that you can solve real problem. And that is what I want to see in your assessment. This assessment marking, trust me, I will not relent. Okay. So the goal for the final project is for you to demonstrate that you can solve real world problem, real enterprise, real organization problem. You can think like a cloud professional and document your work, present the solution to stakeholders, to your peers, to your teammates. That is the essence of this project. Okay, so please put in your best work for this project, because I will not be dishing out marks. This project, I'm going to mark it in a way that is suited for organization standard, because I wouldn't want you to go out and say, I know I learned book fundamental of bootcamp, and they asked you who taught you. You said Emanuela, and they asked you a question of one thing that is on the fundamental level. You don't know it, no, and you're going to say I taught you. No, I would not do that. So for those of you that you present your screenshots and they are not clear, if you're presenting a screenshot that is not clear, trust me, I have been working with IT. I've been using computer for years. I don't use glasses. You're not going to make me to start using glasses. So please, the screenshots should be something readable. And if you're telling me you deploy, for instance, you deploy an EC2, I want to see the EC2 running. I want to see it working. You can't tell me you screenshot just the box of you deploying it and the name, and you're not showing me an evidence and the text that it actually work. It will not work that way. It will not. You have to present an evidence that your project actually worked. Okay, so real world versus certification. So who can tell me why project is really important? Who can tell me in the comment section, why do you think project is really important? Both are important, but projects is more recognized in organizations. And why is it? Why is it? Why do you think we are doing projects? Why do you think when you go for job interviews, they tell you, I want to see the project you've done? Why? Okay, so we have Mary Judith says it shows what you have done. Fine. Who else? Does anyone have a different explanation? Why do you think project is important? To show your skills. Perfect. So project is as important as certification, but trust me, project is more important. Projects are important to solve problem, put your business out there, and show you can bring change to the company and solve real life problem. Project is very important. Projects, you don't just say I can do it, you show you can do it. So please take this project as important as you presenting it to your boss or to your expected recruiter or organization. So your assigned career paths, you all have chosen. I didn't assign it to you, you chose yourself. So for your project, don't try submitting your projects a different, anyways, you're going to be selecting yours. But if I have your names and the link is also restricted, if you submit your assessments to a different career path, that is automatic fail. For instance, if you chose career paths, cloud engineer, and you're submitting your assessment and you're submitting business analyst, obviously it's a fail. It is a fail. So when you're submitting, ensure you're choosing the right career path, which you also choose when filling the form earlier. Ensure you're confirming the right one. Okay, please ensure you're confirming the right one. Because the project for a business analyst, the roles of a business analyst, it differs totally. It's not the same. Okay, so what must be submitted? What are you going to submit in your assessment? A PDF, not a Word format, a PDF format, an architecture of the project, screenshots showing your project actually worked, GitHub repo, and your presentation slides. That is what you'll be submitting. So what is GitHub? Like I said, GitHub is a platform that is used by professionals to store projects, track changes, collaborate with teams, showcase projects. So think of GitHub as a cloud portfolio that you're going to build for yourself. So instead of having a website, you're having your GitHub repo. So you can showcase this project just by giving someone your GitHub profile or your GitHub URL. And people use this a lot on their CVs because recruiter, they don't have the time to say, yeah, let me see what you sent. Let me see what you sent, what you built rather. They will just click on your GitHub repo and they will see what you've built. Okay. Ajoke, whatever questions you have, please keep them. I would come back to questions later. Okay. So I'm going to answer every question, trust me. So what recruiters look at GitHub? Okay, recruiters will look at your project. What project has this person done? Is the project relevant to the role she is applying for? You can't be doing a project for a business analyst and you're applying for a role of a DevOps engineer, for instance. Obviously, the project will be different. So they are going to be looking out for projects that aligns with what you're applying for. So my advice is if you know you in the future you want to apply for, let's say you want to be a DevOps engineer, do projects that are related to DevOps engineer, projects that solves real DevOps problem. This puts you on the spotlight. Don't just do random projects just for the sake of doing it. Do project that solves real problem. Okay. Documentation. I'm going to show you on GitHub. There's something called README. Okay. So README is the future or the platform that's on GitHub. This helps you document your projects and you give more like a summary of what the project is all about, a step-to-step guide on how to adopt the project, and the problem you solved, how you solved it, the tool you used, how someone can adopt it. This is needed in GitHub, okay? So this documentation is needed. And what else? Consistency. So with GitHub, someone can track how consistent are you in doing your project. I'm going to share my GitHub with you. With that, you're going to see recruiters can say, oh, this one is saying she is like Ajoke that wants to be a DevOps. She is a DevOps and she hasn't done projects in like 100 years. So how are you maintaining and maintaining your technical skills? Okay. So now talking about skills with GitHub, this is where you can showcase your skills. Trust me, you can showcase your skills with GitHub. Okay. So now creating a GitHub account. I'm going to show you how to create a GitHub account, how to visit GitHub, how to create your first GitHub, how to verify them, upload your profile picture, and show you how to submit your first GitHub repo, which is going to be your assessment. Okay. So now for your assessment, project validation and criteria. Business problem, 20%. Solution design, 20%. AWS knowledge, 20%. Documentation, 20%. Presentation of all of what you've done, 20%. So this is how I will be grading you. So what business problem are you solving? How the business problem I gave you, how did you prove to me that you can solve it? Solution design, what's your architecture? Is it actually the right one? Is your design standard? Is it a design that it's up to organization standard? Can it solve a problem? AWS knowledge, which AWS services which AWS services is required for your solution, for your project? Did you use the right AWS services? Did it work? Did you show me that it actually worked? And presentation, which is the summary of all you did. How did you summarize the project? Did you summarize the problem properly? How you solved it? Is it related? Is it actually doable? Is it something that solves a real industry use case problem? So this is how I'll be grading you. So even if you do well on this and you didn't do well in this, you should know this one is going to bring down your mark if you don't do well in A. Okay. So common mistakes. I said before, screenshots. Please screenshot. I'm saying it because I know what I've been facing the last few weeks. Most of you, your screenshots is really not doing well at all. I can't even read it. I would have to zoom out my system or I shift to my desktop to be able to see it. And most of the times I still don't see it. And if I feel like I have the strength, I just comment and I say unable to view or read screenshots. So please, I will not be commenting on anything. I will not even inform you. I would just pass. Screenshot, please. Poor documentation. Most people, you tell them, yes, I said, yeah, you can use GPT or any agents to help you, but you can't just copy and paste blindly. I know when someone understands something and when they're copying, just copying and pasting for me. If I see that you're copying and pasting for me, is a fail. It's a fail. You are going to write your documentation properly, even the one on GitHub as well. You can't just copy a ChatGPT that you can't explain what ChatGPT is saying. Some people even copy and copy. You know, when ChatGPT gives you an information, it tells you, is this response okay, or should I tweak it? Some people are even copying that and sent it to me. So the next thing is no GitHub repo. If you submit your project and you don't submit a GitHub repo for me to view the project, I would not give you a mark. No architecture diagram. Why is Ajoke laughing now? No architecture diagram. Please, I need an architecture diagram of the problem you're solving. How is the flow related and all of that. Please, I need architecture diagram. Okay. Copying from the internet. I've already said this one. Please, copying from the you guys don't know what I've been saying. So really, I'm not joking. When I see it, I'm like, what is this? No effort was even put. No, don't do that. Then now, submitting incorrect work. like I said, don't choose in your career form you filled, don't choose um cloud solution architect and you're submitting a project and you're choosing business analyst. Of course, you should know the project to be different. So please don't do that. I would not even inform you. I'm not joking. It's not like the one I will come to Slack and say, who did this? Go and correct it. I will not even inform you. So please, this is a final project you have this week. You're submitting on the 26th of August. So, and if you miss the deadline, it don't even come to me, because we have to prepare your certificate based on this and based on that, and who did this and who did that. So you should know the people that prepare all of this, they also need time to prepare all of this before the end of the bootcamp. So if you're missing out on submitting your project on the deadline, know you've already missed out. And me too, I'll be marking. I work as well. So if I'm taking out the time to mark and I'm giving you a deadline, you should know I've created schedule for that specific purpose. So if you're missing out on it, I'm sorry, my love, you've missed out on it. Okay, so project timeline. This week, understand the project. We're going to create the GitHub repo, begin implementation. I advise you begin implementation of your project or of your assessments this week. See, Ashidela. Oh, you've not started crying, you've not started crying. This would say. Next week, complete the project and submit. Okay. Good. 26 is next week. 26 is next week, it's not this week. This is today's 22. You have 23, 24, 25, 26, 4 good days. 26 is next week, it's not this week, Ruth. So don't cry, my love. So now, questions. Ajoke and Co. Now, can I have the questions before we go to GitHub? So all of the questions, if you want to ask me 100 questions, let's put them in. Questions. Now let's go. There's nothing I can do. If you can't submit, then you're missing out on it. When do you guys think is the last day of your class? Okay, let's talk about the day. When do you think? When is the last day of the boot camp? I want to address this right now. Let's address this. When is the last day of your boot camp? Can someone put it? Do you know the last day of your boot camp? When is the last date of your boot camp? Put it in the comment section, so let's address it. Next week, Sunday. What is the date for next week, Sunday? Please, can you put the date of next week, Sunday, please? Like you're not supposed to take it. Roots. Yeah, not okay. I asked the question. Someone said next week Sunday. What date is okay? Sophia has helped us. So next week Sunday it's 30th. Okay. Next week Sunday is 30th. You're submitting on 26th. I will have to mark your assessment, all of you, 26. I will have to give to the team that is going to prepare your certification 26. Now, the team have just 26 or no? Now, I am submitting 26. The team have just 27. Sorry, your class is not ending on the 30th. Your class is ending on, okay, 30th, yes. Okay, so now you're submitting on 26. I am marking your assessment on the 27th. I'm submitting to the team on the 28th. You are getting your certification and the final project 28, 29. So what time do we have there? That's where, so me marking, I am marking a whole project from one day and few. I gave them the deadline of 26. So now you guys are submitting on 26. I am marking it on 26. The team have 27, 28. Okay, you're shouting on Baba Jesus. Thank God it's your statement that I put up. The team have 27, 28. And we all are working. So can you guys see? Can you all see? So what do you guys think about it? So now let's deliberate on this before we move into questions, because I know Ajoke have a lot of questions. What? No, 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 nobody does that. No, no. We don't have the time to do that. No, we don't have the time to do that. Sophia, we don't have the time to do that. We have another program. We don't have the time to do that. We have a different program to start running. There's no time for that, Sophia. Yes, that's the thing. You have to burn the candle. That's the thing. So I see you all. I see you all as. Am I going to say my friends? So when I'm making decision, I consider you. I consider the fact that most of you might be students, most of you might be working, as well as me, I'm working, as well as other member of the team as well. They're working. So when that is why I would have given you your project tomorrow, but I did it today so that you can start putting it together. So that you can start putting it together. I considered all of this. I considered the time frame. So now today is 22. You have 23, 24, 25, and 26. You have 4 days. You have 4 days. So I can give you to 20. I initially I gave the time 26 by 3. I can extend it 26, end of 26, which is 12 a.m. the early day, 12 a.m. on 27. So then I can mark on 27. Does that work? If that works, please let me know. So I can mark on 27 and submit to the team on 28. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. Let's deliberate on this now so that we can move forward. Okay, so we have Ruth said yes. So any other person, does this work? So you will have, okay, so it works. So now, initially it was supposed to be 26 by 3. So I will extend it to 12 a.m. early hours of 27. Okay, 12 a.m. early hours of 27. Then I will mark on 27 and give to the team. Okay. So now, with that out of the way, timing is settled. Now let's go to your personal questions. So questions on project, let's start with questions on project first. Questions on projects, can we put that in the comment section so we start answering them? All questions regarding your projects. You're welcome, Comfort. So before I go on, I want to say, as usual, your last assessment, okay? Everyone, you did your best, you did well, and I'm so proud of you. Some of you came to this boot camp without knowing what is cloud computing, without knowing what was cloud, without knowing what was servers, without knowing what is hardware, software, and all of that, okay? But I see improvement when I mark the assessment compared to the first time I marked your assessment, okay? So you all did well. But I want to give a special shout out to Favor Uzobon. She here? Yeah, I think I saw her. Okay, oh, no, she sent a message. Okay. So Favor Uzobon, I want to say you did well. You know, the last assessment, I didn't ask you to deploy anything. I said explore. And these people did not just explore. They showed to me that they could go an extra mile to solve a problem. Is Favor here? I don't think Favor is here. She sent me a message. Yeah. So I want to say shout out to Favor. The next person is Oba King. I want to say shout out to Oba King. Your assessment this time, I'm really impressed. Well done. And I want to give a shout out to Williams Comfort. I want to give a shout out to Williams Comfort. Well done. I saw you as, oh, she's the one that even that is on the screen. Okay. So your assessment this time, I am really impressed, Williams. Well done. Well done for putting in the work. And lastly, I want to say the name is Miriam Wasiu. Do you know why I kept this one for the last? I said, if you feel you want to deploy an agent, you can go ahead. I think maybe Ajoke, your Miriam Wasiu, am I right? Ajoke, I can't see your questions right now. Just give me a few minutes, okay? I said, if you want to deploy a project, please go ahead. Miriam did not just explore, she deployed an agent. I was wowed. I was wowed. Trust me, I stood and I stared at her assessment for hours. I went up and I went back and I was like, is my eyes paining me? I was impressed. And she didn't just stop there. She drew an architecture showing the connections of what she did, showing the flow of what she did. Trust me, if there's anything above 100%, I would have given her above 100%. I would have given her above 100%, not because she did everything 100% right, because she put in the effort. Not because she did everything 100% right, because she put in the effort. The effort for the architecture, what is the connection? See, trust me, if you can explain an architecture, the flow, then mentally, you know how a computer works. If you can explain an architecture, how a data is flowing from the front end to the back end, when you click on a platform, when you click this button, what happens behind the scene before you get your response. If you could explain this, draw it in an architecture, no matter how it is, it must not be fancy. You know what you're doing to an extent. And that is what people look, that is what they look out for. Okay, so Miriam, Oba King, Comfort, everyone, well done. Okay, you guys really impressed me. Well done. Ajoke, you're Miriam, right? Well done. So now let's move into your questions. Now, questions on your project, please bring them on. Project, I want to clarify as much concern or clarity as possible. Questions on your projects. Ajoke, please, whatever questions you asked previously, I didn't see them. Can you write them again? I know you asked some questions. Ah, okay, Favor. Yeah, you said to me. Yeah, I remember. You did say to me, she's here. So now questions. Put in your questions. Whatever questions you asked previously, I'm sorry I didn't get to see them. So questions now. Okay, so Comfort said, I have a previous GitHub long before. Can I? Yes, you can. You can. Favor, you can. After the questions, I'm going to show you GitHub. So just stay in the class. Yes, you can. I'm going to show you GitHub. Yes, you can, Williams. You can. So any more questions? Questions. So we're going to take questions for 20 minutes. Then I will show you GitHub. Any more questions? Questions regarding your assessments, please. What I expect of you to get the mark, what you should do, what's just questions. I want all of you to give your best. So please ask your questions. Ajoke, you were asking me questions previously. I can't find them. Can you go ahead to ask your questions again, please? Okay, so yes. Did you it's what do you mean first or second choice? It's just one. Oba King, you were not able to fill two times. I know the project you selected. Should I tell you? Oba King, you fell on the I think your cloud. I think your cloud engineer. 1 minute. So 1 minute, I'm going to tell you where you fell. In case you don't know, I'm going to tell you. Just give me a few minutes. I'm going to go to the database. So Oba King, you are cloud engineer. So you selected cloud engineer. Okay. Okay, so cloud engineer. Cloud engineer. Okay. Oba King, you're cloud engineer. And yes, you're submitting on GitHub, and I need the link as well. You're going to attach the link for me. I need the link. If you give me the link, it's even okay. I need the link for your GitHub assessments. I think I prefer that. I need a clickable link for your GitHub assessment. I don't understand this particular question, okay? You said, and the slide decks okay for presentation. Okay, so like your GitHub, right? You're going to put that as a screenshot. Your GitHub is going to be your project. Your slide is going to be in your link. When you click the link, you see where I asked for the slides for your uploads. Okay, that's where you're going to upload the screenshots. Why for your GitHub, it's going to be your core project. I will show you that. Okay, I'm going to show you that. Should we deploy the S3 buckets using? I can't tell you this. This is me giving you an expo. It's your assessment. It's your assessment. So it's okay. It's like if your project is saying, if your project it's asking you to deploy an S3 bucket, and this S3 bucket is it contains users information. Will you deploy it on front end or back end? Ajoke, will you deploy it on front end or back end? Will you deploy it on public or private? So it's an assessment. So that is why it's an assessment. You have to think about the right thing to do. What is the best practice? Okay. So you have to think, okay, this has my data, it has your data. Why should it be deployed publicly? Okay, Ajoke. Any other question? Do you have any other question? So I'm going to give 10 more minutes before we switch to GitHub. Any other question? Where is Roots? Roots, where are you? Roots, ask your questions. Yes. Yes, there's a link for your assessment, and you're going to submit the assessment both on GitHub and send the link over to and attach the link in your assessment and also the Google form. Yes, you do. Yes. Favor, yes. So we're trying to once you answer your questions, don't you have questions? Or you understand your assessment? Have you gone through your assessment? Then Comfort says, do we all have to solve this? No, Comfort, you're not solving the same problem. Have you gone through the slides? Wait, have you also seen your questions on slides? Have you seen the final project questions on slides? Please, can someone tell me a yes if yes? Because I know I posted it on slides. Sorry, I said slides. Slack rather. Oh, really? I'm so sorry. I thought oh God. I thought I've posted it on Slack. Okay, 1 minute. You guys should give me 1 minute. No, it's there. It's there. Go to Slack, you're going to see it. Yeah, it's there. I posted it on at 4. So go to Slack, you're going to see it. It's there. Oh, yeah, it's on Slack. Yeah. So it's on Slack. All the questions have. Is it a personal project or Root is a personal project, my love. It is a personal project. It's not a group project. It's a personal project, individual project, okay? It's a personal project. So you're not serving the same project, you're serving different projects. So for those that chose business analyst, their project is different. For those that chose cloud engineering, their project is different. So please, and the heading is there, don't go and copy the assessment for business analyst and do for cloud engineering. That's a fail, because a business analyst doesn't do the same thing as a cloud engineer. They don't do the same thing as a DevOps engineer. So that will be an automatic fail. Okay, that will be an automatic fail. Okay. Ruth, have you seen the assessment for a solution architect? Have you seen what is expected of you? I think Ruth and someone else chose solution architect. Ruth and someone else chose solution architect. So for a solution architect, the problem is a growing e-commerce company wants to migrate its infrastructure to AWS. Okay. Now the project is you'd have to design a scalable AWS architecture for an online store. The requirement is you have to create Route 53, which I have shown you how to create. You have to create cloud fonts. You have to create load balancer. You have to create EC2, AWS, S3 buckets, backup solutions. Okay, and create all of this, connect them together so that the e-commerce company can successfully migrate their solutions to AWS. Okay, so the deliverable is the architecture, the solution design, 2 to 3 pages, the cost optimization. You have to use a cost optimization. AWS have the cost optimization, so you have to tell me how much is the cost of the solution that you deploy, how much is the estimate that the customer is going to pay in a month. Then explain why each service was selected. Okay, it's very easy. This is more like a scenario I gave you. It's very easy. I just want to see that you can deploy all of this. And deploying all of this is called, when a customer is migrating, okay, there's something called oh, I've forgotten the name. So it's just like you're moving houses, okay? You have to prepare the new house you're going to. Maybe you have to paint it if you need to paint it. You have to buy a new chair and all of that. So that is what I've given class solution architect to do. So you're preparing the migration platform. I've forgotten what it's called, where the customer will have to integrate into. So that's what you're doing. Trust me, it's very easy. Okay. I don't know who is your partner. Woods, I don't know who is your partner. But there's someone else shows cloud architect also. For data analysis, don't have to do anything on AWS. So now this is your assessment for data analysis, okay? All right. So the problem I want you to solve are the data analysts. Data analysts, you're using Power Excel, you're using what's it called, spreadsheets. So I want you to solve the real work problem. I want you to solve is a business problem. Management wants to want an insight into a company's sales performance. Now the data, you can get data from I think it's Calga. It's called Calga or something. There are so many places you can get a public data from and use them. Okay, so you're going to be doing Power BI. Now, in place of this Power BI, let me correct for you guys. For data analyst, there's another software on AWS. I'm going to edit now. Okay. Thank you for bringing that to my knowledge. So you're going to be using, instead of Power BI, you're going to be using Power BI or AWS. It's called AWS QuickSight. Okay. So 1 minute, I'm just going to put it in now so I don't forget. So you could use Power BI or AWS I think it's Quick Site. I hope I get it correctly. Yeah, AWS Quick Site to query your data. Okay. Any other question? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's Cal. Yeah. Any other question? You can't remember what you chose. Why can't you guys remember what you chose? So let me answer Ruth. Ruth, for the cost, yeah, you go to AWS, you type, you know where I usually show you where to search for your services. Type cost optimizer there. Once you start typing costs, you're going to see the AWS cost optimizer service. So you're going to use that to calculate. And remember, I have shown you, for you to be able to know what to do, even if you've never done it before, you have AWS Amazon Q, you have ChatGPT to give you an insight on what to do. You can copy your project, tell Amazon Q or tell ChatGPT or any other agent that you use, I need to do this project. Give me a step-to-step guide. First of all, understand what is the problem I'm trying to solve. Give me a step-to-step guide on how to do this. Okay, now you're going to read through, understand the project. Understanding the project is key first, so that if you understand the project and if you're not doing the right thing, you're going to know you're not doing the right thing. Okay, trust me, I believe in you guys and you guys can do this. Okay, so what's your can you give me your full name? What is your full name so I could help you search? What is your full name as written on the sheet? Okay. Um You guys should go to Slack. Everything is there. You can't keep asking me, what about phone developer? What about this? What about this? It's on Slack. I was expecting that you would have gone through to read everything and come with your questions on what you don't understand. We don't have a front developer even. There is no assessment for front developer. What we have is full stack slash 1 minute. Let me check. So what we have is, we have a front developer? No. We have, this is business analyst, this is project manager. We have full stack and software engineer. So there's no front end developer. Full stack and software engineer. So Chioma, okay, Chioma, which one did you choose? There's no front. I know that I did. There's no one field front end developer. Now she's your love, Ruth. Now Ajoke is your love. Ajoke has given her glasses. Now Ajoke is your love. Okay, so our cloud engineer is going to include cost optimization. Imabom, please go to Slack. If I ask you for cost optimization, include. If I don't ask you, if you want to include it, I would be impressed. What is your name? What is your name as filled in the form? Okay, Tatenda. So let me see. So we have, you are cybersecurity. Tatenda. Tatenda will be in your cybersecurity analyst. Cybersecurity analyst, Tatenda Robin. So, what other questions? I want to answer all questions because I know you guys will hold me later. Cybersecurity. We deploy like a lab on AWS. I don't understand your questions. Like a lab on AWS, perform user findings. I don't understand. Favor, I don't understand your question. Please clarify. AWS service that we are using to build the dashboard for. Yes, it's available for free. Yes, yes, it is. And you have money in your account, don't you, Sophia? It's available for free tier. Yes, and you upgraded your account. But yeah, I think it has free tier. But go ahead to ask Amazon Q before you perform anything. But why did you upgrade your account? You'd have still enjoyed your free tier benefits. So is it possible to get a list of names and projects we picked? Sure, sure, sure. I will send that to Slack now. I think that's best. So let me send that to you on Slack right now. 1 minute. So I would send so that you guys are not confused on what you picked. So let me just send that on Slack. Because I think everyone is asking, what did I pick? I have business analyst. So I have this is for business analyst, this is for project manager, this is for data analysts. Come on. This is for, yeah. So all you picked, all your names, I have pasted them here, okay? So go and get them there so you don't get confused. And I'm going to pin them as well. Oh, the names are not arranged accordingly. My God, this is work. Okay, you know what? I'm going to paste this. the names later after the class, okay? Because I think I will have to arrange them for you. It's all scattered. So after the class, you're going to see the names of what you picked, okay? So, Williams, I hope that answers your questions. So please, ma, help me search what I have chosen. I would drop the names, okay? After the class, I'm dropping the names of what you pick so you can go there, locate it, and know the project to do. You're going to see who is doing what. If you all want to collaborate, it's fine. I got a message that my account was upgraded from. Why? Why, Ajoke? I don't know why. I don't know. Why? What happened? I don't know. I don't know. You can write to, if you just opened your account and you're getting all of these messages, write to AWS customer service. Because I know a free tier is supposed to be for 1 year, except they've changed the policy. So for you and I to confirm that they've changed the policy or something is not actually wrong somewhere, write to customer service AWS, okay? I did not get a chance to fill the assessment. Mostly, if you did not fill the assessment, I am sorry, I don't know. Assessment was last week. So the next question say, my question is, do we deliberately deploy a, so is this on okay, let me just read out the cybersecurity because I think yours is cybersecurity. So let me read out the questions for cybersecurity. Give me a few minutes. So for cybersecurity, what I expect of you is, come here, let's customize this. And this is going to be today at 8. So let's just save this here. So cybersecurity, we have cybersecurity. What is expected of you is, if the business problem is a company wants to improve their security of its AWS environment, okay? Projects is conduct an AWS security assessment. Requirement is review an AWS environment and identity. Open a port. You have to open a port. Publicly accessible resources. IAM risk. Missing multi-factor authentication. Factor authentication. Missing encryption, security group weakness. These are all of what you're going to assess in the open ports. Do you understand? This is all you're going to assess in the open ports. I think, who asked this question? Who asked this question? Favor. Favor, do you understand? I'm so sorry. Really? Stating that I met a... Really? What kind of criteria is that? I don't know. I think a lot of things have changed. So Ajoke, what is, I will explore solution architect project after submitting mine, just to demonstrate my schema. Hope you can. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can. You can, Ajoke. But I won't mark it. I will just give you my opinion on week 8 after seeing it, okay? So you all received the upgrade email. So Ada could just set the reason why. So do you all still have the money in your account, in your credits? The one they gave you and the one you previously you had when you first opened your account? As you can see, I noticed. See, they say I'm not eligible to upgrade to paid. So they are telling you when you're eligible to upgrade to paid. Oh my god, AWS has really changed. Oh my god. There's a category in the free tier that said that accounts will automatically be upgraded to free tier to a free plan when you create an AWS organization set up on a. But you guys did not create an AWS organization. I didn't give you an assessment of creating an AWS organization. Everyone is saying it's the AWS organization. But and okay, you were exploring. Oh, so sorry. But it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. She would say she didn't. Her free tier disappeared. Okay, it's fine. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. The boot camp is coming to an end. It's just your last project. At least you guys still have your money intact, so you can they will cut from there. So do you all still have money like the 100? Some people were giving 100, some were giving 200, and the extra money that was given to you when you did a tax. Do you still have them in your account? Please let me know. And while you're letting me know, now let's switch to um GitHub. Please let me know in the comment section. So for the last question, I'm going to put the names so you know the career path you chose and you'll not get confused, okay? Okay, so now this is GitHub, okay? This is GitHub. This is my GitHub profile. So let me take it to what you see when you log in. So this is GitHub, okay? So what is GitHub? I have explained before. So for those that are just coming in now, GitHub is a platform free that enables developers, individuals, people that actually do projects to have a platform to save their projects. Team to collaborate. I'm going to show you how teams also collaborate. I do a lot of open. If you want to do open source projects, you can do them here. Okay. If you feel you have a solution that you want to share to with teams and you want them to come here to fork the repo and work on it, this is a very good platform. And you see this platform, if you have a good project in here that you can show to recruiters, trust me, you're going to land a job. I'm not joking with you, because recruiters value this platform, not just any kind of project, a very industry related trouble solving project. Okay, so on your left here, so on your left, these are the when you're linked to an organization, okay, you're going to see all of the organization you're linked to over here. So these are all of the companies I have worked on their projects, okay. These are all of the companies I've worked on their projects. You can see everything I have done over here, okay. Okay, it's a lot. So now this one you have here, this place where you see the home tab, it's more like having your news feed on or Instagram. So here you're going to see published repos or publish trending repos that may be related to you or something you've signed up on. Okay, most times I come here to see what is new and what I think it's useful to me. So for instance, like I see this one, trending repos. Yeah, maybe this is trending. Why is this trending? Obviously it's related to open AI codex. Okay, so this person has built a solution for open AI codex for people to actually be able to solve a particular problem on codex, and you can see it has 113k stars. It means it's a very important solution. It's a very important project. If you want to look at it, let's just see, click on it. I hope it doesn't take us out of this place. Okay, thank God. So now this is the project the person has done. This is owner of the project. This is the owner of the project. And this is what a GitHub repo looks like. Okay, now if I want to see what the project is all about without opening each of these folders, I come down here. You see here, you see where it says read me, this place here. README is what gives a summary of what is going on, why this project or why this repo actually exists, the problem it solves, how to adopt it, a step-to-step guide on how to actually solve the same problem if you're encountering the same problem. Okay, so it's more like giving a general description, a summary of the project. So you can just read through. You can see quick start is always having quick start. The essence of quick start is how you can, it's just like you're buying a new MTN SIM, or when you go to the bank to take your new bank card in Nigeria, there's a paper and there's a step-to-step guide on how to change your PIN, the machine to go, and all of that. That is what a quick step is. A quick start is. Quick start gives you a step-to-step guide on how to adopt that solution, how to install it, how to get started and start using it. Okay, so repo has that, and it has documentations and all of that. Okay, that is what a readme is. So your projects will have a readme, what problem the project is solving. README, everybody puts different things on their README based on what they feel is important. But README generally gives a summary of what the project is all about and what people would need to actually start using that project. Okay, the importance of it, the problem it solves, and all of that. Okay, so you see all of this here, from here going up. Okay, all of these are files. Okay, all of these are the project files. These are the project files. So in your case, your project could have just one file, just two files. It's okay. So it doesn't need to have this much file. It has, the file depends on the project. Okay. So I won't really bore you with this site because it's not needed for your assessment, but you can explore when you want. Everything here is free. So only when you need more like a company industry kind of usage, that is when you get to pay for certain things, but this is totally free. Okay, so let me take you back to my own account. So now for you to create a GitHub repo, for you to create yours, okay, I will have to sign out to show you. Okay, let me just sign out. I've never signed out in like ages. Okay, so when you log in, this is what you see. Okay, this is what you see. This is the URL. You type this. Okay, when you type that on your browser, so I quickly left out. Okay, so when you created, when you go to the URL, okay, so that is the URL you're going to take to your browser. Once it opens, this is the page you're going to see. Okay, now for I think it was William's Comfort that says she has an account. So if you already have an account, you are going to click the sign in button. But if you don't have an account, you're going to click the sign up. So let's do for those that don't have an account for now. So you're going to click the sign up. Once you click the sign up, you're going to put in your details. So now there are options. You can sign up using your Google email if that is okay by you. If you have an Apple, if you want to use that, or if you don't have any of this or you have them and you don't want to use them, you can use your email address. Okay, so you put in your email address, you create your email, and you put in your username, you put in your location, and if you want to receive email notification of upgrades from them, you can click this. But if you don't want to, you can skip it. So once you're done putting your details, you go ahead to click create account, and that is all. You're going to create your account. Okay, so once you create your account, then you can go ahead to sign in. So let me sign into my account. Sorry, my account has multiple authentication factors. So okay, so now I am signed back in. Okay, so now if you have your account already have your account, that is how you're going to sign in. Once you sign in, now the next step is to create your first repo. So okay, Choma, have you ever created it? I think it was Choma or who, I think it was Faith Comfort. You said you have an account. Have you ever created a repo? Okay, so for those that have not created a repo before, this is how you create a repo. Okay, so you come here, you see where you have this plus sign. You see this plus here. Can you all see this plus? Tell me in the comment section if you can see this plus sign. If you can see the plus sign, tell me yes, I can see the plus sign. If no, tell me no. Can you all see the plus sign? Can I get a yes if yes? Can I get a no if no, please? Can you all see the plus sign on the GitHub repo? This one here. You can see it. Okay, fine. So now, if you want to create a repo, you go on and you click here. And it's going to bring out the drop down. Okay. You see where it says new repo, this one. New repository. Okay, this one. You click on it. That's the one you're clicking on, okay? When you click on it, now you're going to have this page to create. It says you're going to see a page that says create a repository. Okay, now you're going to come here. Which name do you want to give your repo? So for your case, if you're doing a project on cloud solution architect, I would advise you to give it a business related unique name. Please, don't just give it anyhow kind of name, because this is going to be here on your page, and if you want, I can guide you on how to post it on LinkedIn. Okay, so please give it a very okay, let me use an instance. So let's say you did cloud solution architect problem. Okay, so cloud solution architect problem, what is the problem? The problem says build a growing e-commerce company wants to migrate its infrastructure to AWS. So now for me, if I want to give a repo name based on this solution, I could say I could say e-commerce I could say e-commerce AWS migration. I could say, okay, let me see, 1 minute. I could say e-commerce AWS migration, or let's copy the description. I'm going to use this one as my description. So my description, I will just put this, but you can do what you feel right. Okay, then for the name, I could say e-commerce. I could say e-commerce AWS migration, or I could say e-commerce AWS migration, or I could say AWS migration for e-commerce. So AWS migration for business problem. Okay, so please just give it a name that actually relates to what you're solving. Okay, now the reason is because if you give it, you see how it appears here. You see how it appears here. This is how your repo is going to be. So your repo is going to carry this name when you're submitting the link to someone. So the reason why I said give it a unique name is because just by looking at the link you submit to me or to anyone, they should know what that repo is all about. So don't just give it a random name, okay? Please give it a name that makes sense. So then your description, you can just copy and paste this one, or if you have a better description, you can add it. Then here, when you see here where it says change visibility here, what did I do? So this place is going to be public, okay? Meaning you want anyone that have access to your repo to actually have access to the project, okay? But if you feel you don't want, but for the sake of your project, please keep it on public, okay? But if subsequently you're doing another project, I'm going to show you a project that I did that is private, okay? Because I don't want people to see but just me. So but after this class, if you still want to go ahead to use your repo, you can put it on private. Now private means only me can see it, okay? Only me can see it, or only me can see, or anyone I give the link, okay? So now you see this add with me, please click it. It means what the add with me is going to give you the space where I said you're going to add the summary description of what the project is all about, okay? Now you see where it says add git ignore. The essence of this is to, which do you want this repo to ignore? Maybe like a code? Are you trying to tell people that you don't need Python for this project, or you don't need JavaScript for this project, or you don't, what is it you don't need for this project? That is what it is asking you, okay? So now you can leave ignore as no ignore at all, meaning there's nothing to ignore, okay? But subsequently in your project, leave ignore as nothing to ignore. But subsequently in your project, if you feel you want to ignore, like let me say you're using C++ and you want people to ignore C++, you're going to choose it. But right now, for this first project of yours, which I am giving you, which is your final project, leave ignore as nothing, okay? Now you see add license. So the essence of this add license is to more like a copyright, okay? So more like a copyright of you safeguarding your project. So the license that is always publicly used is MIT. Am I right? Yes. So you're going to choose MIT, okay? This is the license that is publicly used, okay? So go ahead to choose this license, MIT. So once you're done choosing, you create. So let me just say I want to create this now. I'm going to delete it. So I just put AWS project, okay? So AWS project description, you can add description or you can leave it blank. It's up to you. So now once you're done filling, you're going to click on create repo, okay? So once you click on create repo, this is what you have, okay? This is what you have once you click on create repo. So now for you to be able to add a readme to your assessment, when you're adding, you click on the edit sign, you delete this, then you can go ahead to say this, I'm not saying you should write this is my final project, like add a readme. I've told you what a readme is, right? A guide on what the project is all about, a step to step. You're going to put it here, okay? So readme your project's summary, okay? That is what it's all about, okay? So you're going to put your project summary in here. So that is how to put a readme. Once you're done, you go ahead to click here, click change, commit change, and it will automatically generate a commit change message for you. And then you go ahead to click. Don't click on create a new branch. No, leave it on commit direct to main branch, okay? Then you click on commit. So that is how to create a readme file. Now, for your folders, if you have a folder that you need to add, this is how you add it, okay? You come in here, you click on create new file. Then now what file name? Let's say final project. And please, when you're doing For space, this GitHub is space sensitive. Okay, if you know you want to give a space, you have to put a hyphen or an underscore. Okay, you can't just keep a space like this. No. So final AWS project. Okay, then I can go ahead to click create. And now you can see my folder over here. Okay, final AWS project. And if I want to put anything on this folder, this is where I am to add it here. If I say I want to write anything in my folder, this is where I'm to add it. Okay. And the next thing you need to know is I've showed you how to create your repo, how to create README, how to add file. If you want to upload images, your screenshots, your presentations, you add it here. So now you see where it says upload. Okay, let's say I want to upload image to this file, this final file I just added. So I will go to upload. So which image? No, not this one, sorry. Upload file. Now it's going to take me, once I click here, it's going to take me to all the files I have. Then I'm going to click the one I want. Once I double click on it, the file is there. You can see the name of the file. All I need to do, if I feel I have a description to give, is optional. It's not mandatory. Okay, so I just click on this. You can see the file is added. Okay, you can see the file is added. So this is how you add file to it. Okay, any questions? Any questions before I move forward? Before I move forward to how you're going to generate your link, the link you're going to submit to me. Any questions? Any questions? Please go ahead to ask your questions. If you have a questions in the comment section. If you don't have a questions, please tell me no questions. I'm waiting. So there's no question, or there is a question. I don't understand. So why are you doing that? Let me. Where's the link? I'm waiting for your questions, guys. Okay, so the wait it. So the README can be complete documentation. No, README is a summary of the project, the problem it solves, how to get started. In case, okay, let's say I don't know anything about the project, I need to do the same project that you have done. That you're going to give me a step-to-step guide on how to get started, a summary of the project, the problem the project is solving. Okay, it's a documentation, but not a PDF report. Your PDF report is, you're going to submit it in the link. Okay, the link I have provided in your Slack channel. That's where you're going to submit your PDF. Your PDF, you can add it here also, but not in your LinkedIn. you see the way I uploaded the images, so you can arrange your PDF like that. The names, please, your PDF now, you have to name it properly, so I know if the PDF or it has an information that has to do with your EC2 you deployed or whatever you deployed. Please, the name. Okay, any other question before we move forward? Okay, so I think no more questions, so let's go. So now this is how to create your account. This is how you can create your readme file. This is how you can upload your files. And now the next thing is, where do you get the link that you need to send to me, or you need to send to anyone, a recruiter or anybody? So you come here, you see where it says code here, where it says code, you click on the drop down, and now you can see here you have the link. You see this link? Once I click on this, I copy it and I paste it anywhere you can view it. I'm going to paste it in the channel. If you want to view it, you can view it anywhere, but I'm going to delete it soon anyway, so let me just paste it in the channel. So you copy the link and you paste it, and that is it. Okay, with this link, anyone with this link can have access to this project. You know why? Because I made the project public. Okay, so this is all you need to give me to be able to view your project. This is all you need to give me to be able to see your final project. Any question? Any question? Do we have any question? Where is Ruth? So if you have a question, please ask now. Yes, LinkedIn is tomorrow. LinkedIn account is for tomorrow, Debbie. Okay? LinkedIn is tomorrow. I'm creating the LinkedIn account for you tomorrow. That's the class, okay? LinkedIn account tomorrow. LinkedIn optimization is for tomorrow. LinkedIn account creation tomorrow. And job related to your specialty, like the skills that they're looking for, that is tomorrow, okay? Everything about LinkedIn is tomorrow. So any other question before we move forward? Any other question before we move forward? Yes. So after pasting it, so now what you're pasting on GitHub is the screenshot of your project showing it works, the REPL and all of that. So after everything, you're to delete it from your AWS. Remember, AWS will charge you if you don't delete it. So you're going to delete it on AWS after showing to me the word that I built a project and it works. I'm going to show you how you're going to do that. Okay. Any other questions before I show you? What are you thinking of? I know you can do it. You're just joking. Any other question before I move forward? Okay, so now let me show you this. Let me answer this question. Let me show you this question. Okay, she asked. So now I did a project. I've done a lot of projects. Ma, okay, let's see. Ma, for those that were not able to submit previous assessments, if you're not able to submit a previous assessment, I wrote a message in the Slack channel. There's nothing I can do about it. So we all have to be considerate. Yes, the rules is applied to everyone. The rules is applied to everyone, my love. If I didn't give you permission, you can't submit. It's just like Ruth submitting her assessment for week 3, and out of her inconvenience, okay, she wasn't convenient with it. Maybe she had school, she had work, she had children or anybody to look after. and she still went on to submit her assessment. And you, let's say for instance, you're coming now and you're saying you want to submit the assessment. Come on, no. And you didn't take permission from me. Come on, it's not going to be fair. Okay, I'm sorry. Akiola, I wish I could do something. Okay, that's the policy of the organization. I'm sorry. Okay, so now let me show you how this particular question that Imabom asked. Okay, so I have done tons of projects for using my AWS account, and this is how you do it. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my repo. So once you're done, if you want to see what's in your repo, you come here, you say my repository. So it's going to give you, these are all of the projects. I've done 66 projects in total. Okay, so these are all of the projects I have done. No, 65 projects, because I'm deleting this one now. This is nothing. So now, what is that? AWS. If you've really done tons of projects, you're going to get award from GitHub. Okay. Let me see that AWS project that I don't know which one. Okay, this is, I think this is, so guys, I'm trying to look for, this is the file. This is not the screenshot. I'm trying to show you how to submit just a screenshot. Okay. Okay. So you see your architecture. Okay. So you see, let me take it back. So this is an AWS EKS assessment that I did. Okay. So now these are all the folders that I have in this. These are the folders and these are the files that I have in this repo. Okay. So now I have a folder called architecture. Okay. Once I click this architecture, you're going to see all of my captions. All of these are images. So you click on it. This is an EC2 image I created. So a screenshot of the project that I did. I showed how it's running, what is happening. You can see build, created, and all of that. So I took a screenshot of that. And also, I don't want to show you Docker. This is Sonar. These are really top grades architecture. So I think you might not understand this one now. So let me just see if I can see something simple. Let's see if we can see something simple. There's this ones I did that I didn't really go deep like that. Let's see. God, the projects are just too much. My eyes. This I created. No, is it this one? I think let's see this one. So you can see, okay, this is my readme. Okay, now this is for Ajoke. This is a CI/CD pipeline, and anyone that is doing cyber, that wants to do cyber security. Okay, this is a CI/CD pipeline, DevSecOps. Okay, this is a DevSecOps security guardrail that I built. Okay, now this is the architecture. Okay, this is what my architecture looks like. When seeing this architecture, you can easily tell and easily build your own, following the steps. You can see 1, developer; 2, GitHub. You have to go to GitHub. 3, 4, process; 5, process; 6, process, and what it does. So this is how your repo should look like. How it works, I stated how the project works. Developer pushes the codes to GitHub repo action, triggers, the pipeline goes to go CLL and scan the code and lot of that. Okay, the steps are created: step 1, step 2, step 3, and all of that for those that want to adopt the solution. Okay, so now here you're going to see the architecture is here, and the next one is the diagram. Okay, now, so let me go to another project where I have a GitHub. So that is how you're going to put your GitHub repo. Once you take the screenshots, you can even do a small video. There's this one I did a small video. The project are too much, I can't even locate. There's this one I did a small video of. I clicked here and said, you can see this is running and all of that. This is called a demo. You can do a short demo and post it here. Then once you've done the demo, you can go ahead, or once you've taken your screenshot, then you can go ahead and delete your AWS services. You can't leave them running. It's going to charge you a lot. Let's see this end-to-end pipeline. End-to-end pipeline. Do we have a screenshot? Do you have a screenshot? So this is, no, I need a screenshot. Okay, so this has a project screenshot. Let's see what's in it. Aha. So you can see things like this. Okay, now this is me showing I created a EKS repo cluster, and then let's go back. This is me showing, this is a DevOps monitoring system. So this is me showing how I am monitoring the solution I created to ensure the system doesn't go down, the percentage that is being used, and all of that. Okay, so you can see these are screenshots. Okay, your screenshot does not need to contain codes. This screenshot I showed you now did not contain code in Marble. Okay, your screenshot does not need to contain code. Okay, your screenshot must not contain code. So you can use draw.io. Okay, Ajoke, let me drop it for you. So it is called draw.io. Okay, Ajoke, you can use draw.io for your architecture, or anyone that wants. There are so many others, but draw.io is it's free and it's beginner friendly. So you can use draw.io for your architecture. Okay, then now Imabom, you don't need your solution doesn't need to have codes for you to upload it there. So let's move on. Then the next architecture is, the next screenshot I took is the EC zones. You can see there's no code here. And the next one is Jenkins. Jenkins is different. Ajoke, Jenkins is for you. So Jenkins is AWS. Jenkins is not AWS. It is used to monitor pipelines. Okay. This is Jenkins, and this is the architecture diagram I drew. So this is my architecture diagram of the solution that I did. Okay. Once you see this architecture, you can easily explain what is happening. Okay, this is a developer pushing codes to CI/CD, and this symbol here, this image here indicates GitHub, and this image here indicates Jenkins, Docker, Trivo for scanners, and then it shows where it goes again and all of that. If you can read this and understand what is happening here, trust me, you're really good. Okay, then pipeline steps. Then I did the pipeline steps. So you just present your own projects in a way that is befitting for an organization. Okay, so any questions? Let's see what. Coach, you didn't drop the name of the AWS service I can use to build. I did. I added it to I've added it to the what's it called, to your Slack data analysis project. Okay, I've added it to your Slack data analysis project. So any other question? Any other question? Okay, so in absence of no other question, if you have questions, please ask your questions now. I'll be very busy within the week to respond. So I'm dropping the attendance link. Please go ahead to fill them before we end the class while we answer the questions. Very nice section, Ma. Okay, thank you. So any other question? Do we all understand and know how to create our GitHub repo now? Okay, so let me show you the draw.io, okay? Draw.io is the platform that you use to generate or draw your architecture. Okay, so let me bring this down and I'm going to switch to draw.io. Okay, so this is draw.io. This is where you go to. Okay, this is the site. It used to be draw.io, but now it's renamed to be diagram.net. So, but if you go on your URL and you type in draw.io, this is still the same thing. Okay, that's what you're going to see. Can we utilize the I don't understand your question. Can we utilize the yes, you can upload it. Yeah, you can upload anything on your GitHub. Yeah, you can. So this is draw.io for Ajoke and everyone asking. So this is the platform that I use. There are so many others, but this is the platform that I personally use to create my architecture. Okay, because it is free and beginner friendly. So once you go to the site, you click on this, and then you can choose whatever diagram that you want. Okay, and you start. So for you to get your diagram architecture, you could come here and you type, let's say I want, the name of that thing, it's quick site. So let's say I want AWS quick site. Okay, so this is it. Comfort. Yes, it's Comfort Williams Comfort. So this is the name, Williams Comfort. This is the name of the AWS service I was telling you. So it is called AWS Quick Sites. Okay, so let's say I want AWS Quick Site. I will click on it and it gives me the quick site. So let's say I want Lambda. I'm typing Lambda, and you can see Lambda icon is here. You take it and you do whatever you want to do, and you just click on it and you get your Lambda. So let's say I want S3 buckets. I click on S3 and I can see different S3s. Okay, so it's as easy. Then you build on your flows based on what you're working on. Okay, ask your questions at Adako. Conducting an AWS security to solve a business problem. Is there a particular AWS environment we would be? Yes. Yes. So let me go to your 1 minute. Excuse me, guys. So 1 minute, I'll just assess your final project, okay? Can't find it. 1 minute. I'll just still use the one on Slack. Okay, so for your cybersecurity, the business problem is a company wants to improve the security of their AWS environment. Okay. Now the project is you should conduct an AWS security assessment. And this security assessment is being conducted. What is the requirement? You have to review an AWS environment and identity. First, to do that, you have to open an AWS port. You have to open a port rather. Okay. Now you have to open a port publicly accessible to resources. IAM risk, what IAM risk is accessible to that port. Missing multi-authentication factor that surrounds that. Is there any missing encryption? Let's say it could be data encryption at rest and in transit, or any missing data encryption that could affect that environment. Then the last service you're going to use is the security group weakness. The security group that, let's say, team A or a data analyst team, let's just assume a data analyst team or a security team or a networking team used a security group for their environment. Is it weak or is it strong? So you are going to analyze that. Is that understood, Adako? Adako, is that understood? So any other question? Adako, is that understood? Let me know. Thanks, Faith. Thank you. Any other question? Okay. So your assessment, the assessment I gave you assessment that is one, beginner friendly. Two, I consider the fact that you can't really deploy that much because of the AWS free tier. I didn't even know that they upgraded you all to normal accounts. So based on the money you have received from when you open your account, the solution that I gave you should be able to. Most of the solution I gave you, you're not deploying anything that much. You're just configuring the solutions and ensuring that the problem that I gave you to solve is actually you solved it. You're not really you're not really deploying anything that much to cloud and all of that. Okay. So any other question? So I'm assuming all of your assessment is understood. Is that it? I'm assuming all your assessment are understood. So project timeline. You're welcome there. Project timeline. Okay. If you're just coming in, the project timeline has been agreed upon. Please don't miss the deadline because number one, the next week is the last week. Tomorrow, what I'm doing is your LinkedIn optimization, helping you to open your LinkedIn and how to open your LinkedIn, and then showing you how to know the specific job requirements that is needed for your field, like the skills. I'll show you how to read those using the job description on LinkedIn. Okay, that is what we're doing tomorrow. Then now for next week, I will help you search on volunteering positions. So why I say volunteering positions is because for you to grow your skills, what we've learned is it's foundation. Okay, you're welcome. What we've covered is the foundation. If you leave what you've learned without improving, without building, you might forget. So that is why on week 8, tomorrow is just LinkedIn optimization and all of that. For week 8, maybe I might do that tomorrow. I don't know, but it depends. So, well, week 8 will be, I would advise you to volunteer, even if you're in school. No, you can't. Oba King, no, you can't. You can't. Don't do that. You can't open another free tier. No. So um I would help you to search. There are organizations that accept volunteers for data analysts, small startup company that don't have staffs and they're looking for volunteers. Data analyst position, DevOps position, cloud and all of that. You can go and volunteer your skills and learn. Okay? While you're volunteering the little one you've learned here, you're also learning from your colleagues, learning why on the job and all of that. So I'm going to do that for you. Week 8, section 1. Okay? Week 8, section 1. For tomorrow, it's going to be LinkedIn optimization and the others. Okay? So with that being said, have we all filled our attendance? Please, if you fill your attendance, can I get attendance filled? So your timeline, we don't have a timeline. We don't have a time like we don't have that much time in our hands to extend the timeline. So if you don't complete your project and submit it 27th 12 a.m., that is what I extended it to. Initially I put in 26, what people here say it was too close. So 27 12 a.m. 12 a.m. the early hours of 27. If you don't submit your project, I'm sorry, I can't mark it anymore, because see, I'll have to mark project for all of these people. The other team, they will have to prepare your certificates and all of that. So you should consider we don't have time. Okay. So please, timeline, please. So questions, finally, please always, always, always delete your AWS solutions that you deploy. Please, now you're no longer on free tier. I don't want you to incur any bills. Please secure your solutions, your AWS accounts with IAM multi authentication factor. This is to safeguard your solution so someone else doesn't log into your AWS account and use your account and incur bills for you. Okay. So someone will glance GitHub, recruitment, GitHub, why GitHub is needed, README, GitHub uploading of photos or images and projects. So next, your assessment has been pasted on Slack. Please read a detailed information there. After this class, I'm going to send you your names so you know where you fall on, okay? So knowledge check, yeah, GitHub was said, GitHub with me was said, uploading of GitHub on your project also. So next section, which is tomorrow, it's your LinkedIn. Okay, final project section 2. If you have any information on your projects, we're going to do the final check tomorrow. And your LinkedIn opening, optimization, and job and internship. Okay, so any other questions? Any questions? Do you have any other question? Have you all filled the attendance form? Have you all filled the attendance? Please, if you fill the attendance, can you tell me yes? If you've not, if you're facing a challenge, can you tell me no? Okay, so any other person? Okay, so, okay. So please go ahead to open your GitHub repo today. The reason is because if you don't, it's very easy. So if you don't have, if you face a challenge, we can address that tomorrow. So if you face a challenge, we can address that tomorrow. So please go ahead to open your Ripple today. Thank you, Derry. So go ahead to open your Ripple today. That is my humble advice to you, so that if you have any challenge, if you're facing any challenge, we can so if you're facing any challenge, we can address that tomorrow. I don't want you to face any challenge regarding this assessment, please. Is that agreed upon? You're going to create your Ripple today. Is that agreed upon? You're going to create your GitHub Ripple today. Instead of going on TikTok and checking TikTok, just use that time. It's very easy. So by coming tomorrow, I'm going to ask you if you've created your GitHub repo. I'm not asking you to do anything there. I'm just saying create it. Create it and keep it handy. So if you've already created, like Shoma Williams already had, you don't need to create it. Okay? If you've already had, Ajoke, do you have a GitHub repo? Do you already have a GitHub repo? Okay, so if you already had, you don't need, if you already have, you don't need to create it anymore. Okay? If you already have, you don't need to create it anymore. We're just going to go through the one you have tomorrow. You just send your link and I will go through them tomorrow. So, but if you don't have, please open it today. Roots, can you open that today? Okay. Roots, can you open your Ripple GitHub Ripple today? Or do you already have? So anyone that doesn't have a GitHub repo, please, I advise you open it today, so you know that is out of the way, and it's very easy to open. You don't need to post anything. I just said just open it. You don't need to post anything. Your final project is going to be the first thing you post then. Oh, my Root has a GitHub account, so yeah. Okay, so thank you everyone. Thank you as always. Nice to have you all. Please, if you've not opened your GitHub repo, open them, keep them handy. You know you don't have time for your assessment, so you can concentrate for your assessment after the class tomorrow. So for tomorrow, don't miss tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to do LinkedIn, how you can open your LinkedIn optimization. For those that already have a LinkedIn, we're going to do LinkedIn optimization. Which link on Slack? What link do you want me to paste on Slack? Which link? I don't know what link you're talking about. Please, Favor, what link are you talking about? Okay, so tomorrow we're going to do LinkedIn optimization. And for everyone that have a GitHub account now, we're going to go through them. And if you want me to go through them, that's it. Or then what else? Then the volunteering team will be for next week. And then I'm going to show you the skills that you need for a junior position for your role. Okay, so Faith, I don't understand what you're saying I should paste on Slack. Can you please tell me, please? So in absence of any other question, I will be leaving. Faith, am I waiting for you? I'm leaving. Which one? Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you. Faith, I'll just give you 2 to 3 minutes. If I don't see your comment, I will leave. Or if you have, you can send me a message on Slack. Yes, 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 that's what I mean. Okay. Okay, so bye everyone. Bye bye. Nice to see you all and see you all tomorrow. Okay.